Pre-fight fanfare fills the air, and the articles they'll write. This is about talk, not scoring points. Making them in quips, sentences, pronouncements, and asides.
Everything that's required to beat Terence, I got it.
Come November 20th, I'm gonna step on him.
And when the dust from this encounter clears, the age-old wisdom will be even clearer. Actions speak louder than words. The truth will be told in the fight.
It's Fight Week in Las Vegas, and there's always a special feeling in Sin City when two self-made stars are ready to risk it all in a highly competitive fight. Such is the case for Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. There's a sense that anything can happen once they step into the ring at the Mandalay Bay. Good afternoon, I'm Bernardo Osuna, and we kick off Crawford-Porter Fight Week right here in Las Vegas on all of the ESPN platforms. ESPN Plus, ESPN.com, SportsCenter, and ESPN Deportes. This is what the schedule looks like, starting with today's final press conference hosted by Joe Tessitore, followed immediately by Max on boxing. He'll be here all week, by the way. On Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus, unified junior lightweight champion Michaela Mayer joins us for the State of Boxing. Friday at 5 p.m., we'll carry the live weigh-in on ESPN News. And then Saturday night, we have a full day of action, beginning with the undercard at 7 p.m. on ESPN2, leading to our 9 p.m. four-fight pay-per-view, which you can only get through ESPN Plus. I'm Bernardo Osuna, and now I'm joined by former world champion Timothy Bradley, who once held the belt that will be at stake on Saturday night, and boxing scribe Mark Kriegel. So the time has come. It's fight week. Yep. What are your first thoughts, Tim?
My first thoughts are this fight's not going to be great because of styles. You know, I think that this style matchup favors Terence Bud Crawford. I think this fight's going to be a great fight because of the temperament of both guys. I believe that both guys are savages, and I also believe that both guys have a lot at stake on Saturday night.
Well, you know, no one likes to talk about Terence Crawford because mostly they're scared he's going to take it out on him in the ring, but Porter knows him. And they go back almost 2 decades to the amateurs. He says, I know what makes him tick. I know what upsets him. I know what buttons to press, and I fully intend to press them.
I had a chance to speak with both the champion Terence Crawford as well as the now two-time welterweight champion Shawn Porter. And the one thing is they're both pumped up about what this fight means for their careers and for what it means to boxing. So let's send it up to Joe Tess, who's there with Crawford and Porter.
Thank you very much, Bernardo. We are here with the former champ, the current champ. As someone on this stage recently said, ain't no friends until after the fight, although listening just to a little bit of the small talk here, I know the respect and the love does exist as we're going through some of the fashion statements. Shawn always brings the fashion statements. This guy apparently always brings the trophies and the hardware, not just what's on your lap, champ. But I'm going through your Instagram recently. I think the biggest prize of all in your family is sitting there and looking at Tyrese and Little T bringing home wrestling trophies that are about the size of you. So I know that inspires you greatly as a proud dad and everything that's going on your side. Visiting with both of you, I know you both feel very confident about how you come here and how you arrive here. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into fight strategy. We'll bring up your two highly acclaimed trainers, and we will talk through everything we need to get ready for this mega fight come Saturday night. Terence, you have said publicly that you need Shawn on your resume. I'm curious as to where your mindset is right now. We have seen your personality and being with you all over the place for weeks like this for championship fights. There's this metamorphosis that takes place where your personality tends to change as the week goes on, as we dwindle down closer to that opening bell. And you've often said you don't need to be the loudest. You just need to be the guy who can look straight at your opponent and look through his eyes and calmly say, I'm going to beat your ass. And they know it when you say it. When you look at Porter, have you now reached that point when you're ready to say that? And do you think that this man to my left would believe those words?
You don't got to believe it. I'm going to show him come Saturday.
Oh, I should respond to that.
Floor is yours.
I think it goes both ways. I don't really think there's much I can say to Bud that's gonna change the way you think about yourself and the outcome of this fight, and vice versa. No, he can't look at me and say, I'm about to beat your ass, and I'm going to believe that. And he knows that, which is why he wouldn't even dare do it.
You told Mark Kriegel recently, Shawn, you said, I know what makes Terence uncomfortable. And you made the point that you were going to touch some nerves leading up to the fight, that Terence doesn't like when you talk about Terence, that he doesn't like to be doubted, that sometimes the smallest things can get under his skin. So whether it's gamesmanship, strategy, or just the nature of how you go about things, I will not stand in your way, whatever works for you as to what you want to say to Terence.
You know what? Because when I said that, and I'm not gonna pull back on it, but like Terence, you know better than I do. I feel like you've matured. I feel like people see your character and your personality more now than they've ever seen. But I feel like I'm still correct in saying if the wrong tweet or the wrong Instagram post goes up, you can get upset.
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, hey, listen. There's people that you can get to and there's people you can't get to. I'm one of those people you can't get to. And I got a feeling that you can get to him quicker on the microphone than you can in the ring. I think in the ring, he is solid. He is a rock. But there may be something that might be posted or said here today that might affect him, and that might have an effect on the fight. We shall see. But I like how y'all going in the archives on everything that has been said.
Let's take a look at how we've arrived to this week.
Showtime! Shawn Porter!
Since winning his first world title in 2013, others may have resumes equal or superior to Porter's, but few, if any, have garnered more respect.
See the sprint in Porter's step.
It's the way he fights and who he's always willing to fight.
See you soon, huh?
He's battled a prime Kell Brook and Keith Thurman, wins over Melanagi, Adrian Broner.
Shawn Porter gets that signature victory.
And then in 2018, WBC belt-conquering victory over Danny Garcia. His biggest challenge was 2 years ago. In September 2019, he pushed Errol Spence Jr. to the brink of defeat.
Credit Shawn Porter, he's rough, he's rugged, he always comes to fight.
And even with a split decision loss, Porter's lofty standing was further elevated. On the other side, Terence Crawford has constantly scaled the mountain towards greatness.
Crawford on top of the world.
His championship run started a year after Porter's and 2 weight classes lower. In 2014, Crawford was named Fighter of the Year as a lightweight champion.
Big shot by Crawford.
By August of 17, he was the undisputed at junior welterweight. He's always aced the eye test with undeniable talent.
One of the best closers in the game.
He's now 4 welterweight title defenses deep.
And still
8 straight wins by knockout. Reaching #1 pound for pound at one point.
that man is the best in the world.
But this big fight against this big name is much needed. It's been 53 weeks since Crawford's last ring walk, a destruction of former champion Kell Brook.
This is the biggest fight of my life, and you got to win this one.
Only person that can beat Terence Crawford is Terence Crawford. We're going to do what we got to do. That's for sure.
Tough to deny the level of accomplishment, the level of talent that I'm sitting between here when you watch that clip there. Terence, you have repeated that time and again when they ask you to size up this fight, that you feel like you're the far better boxer than Shawn. You feel like you're the better puncher than Shawn. You've openly stated you feel like you have the higher boxing IQ and ring generalship than Shawn. Tell me something, though, when you watch that, when you've scouted him, that you do look at him and you say, I really respect that. He does that really well.
Well, me personally, I respect everything that Shawn do. Like I said, you know, Shawn is athletic. He can box. He can bang. He can, you know, move around in the ring. You know, he can cut corners and take angles. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't respect anything that he do. I just think I do a lot of things better than Shawn.
Fair assessment from the champ. We will get the assessment from the trainers. Go ahead, Shawn. You with a mic in your hand, I love, so go for it.
Because this is why this fight is so great for the world of boxing and for TV. I would say the exact same thing he said, and I believe it.
And everybody in this room would say amen, because we all believe it when it comes to the two of you, and that's why everybody's so excited for Saturday night. When we come back, both trainers are going to join in the conversation with the fighters. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Contacted Terence 2 years ago. He didn't want to fight Shawn. He was contacted a year ago. Told Shawn, well, I got a couple other things going on. And, you know, if things don't work out, you know, I'll give you a call. He never gave us a call. He don't want this fight.
When it's time to fight, he gonna fight. Just ask the last 7 opponents. He knocked out every last one of them.
It's here, but he doesn't really want it.
Terence is the best 147-pound fighter in the division.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Kenny Porter, the trainers for Bud Crawford and Shawn Porter. Gentlemen, welcome to the conversation. Appreciate your time. I don't know if there are any two trainers who are more embedded into the lives of their fighters than the two of you, and for how long that has been, these close relationships. But everyone changes, everyone develops, everyone grows throughout their lives, throughout their careers. Curious, and I'll start with you, Bomac. What have you learned about your fighter through this training camp as to where he is now and the changes that he's made?
You know, when the conversation first came up about Porter and it got real serious, I seen a different Terence Crawford.
How so?
The man told us and the coaches, this is going to be one of the hardest camps ever. And it was like that from the day one till the last day we broke camp from Colorado Springs. It's been focus. It's been tunnel vision. It's been nothing but let's go get Shawn.
At a higher level of intensity than you've ever seen?
Way higher level.
Kenny, you and your son have one of the greatest relationships that we've seen in recent pro sports. I'm curious, and I thought you guys were fantastic with the all-access stuff that we all enjoyed with the blood, sweat, and tears to see, and I know you were pressing him on certain things. How would you respond to that as to changes and where you've seen growth and development that's different from the fighter previous?
You mean in camp or you mean overall?
So in preparation for this fight.
In preparation for this fight, I wouldn't say he did anything different. He approached it the same. A lot of what we've done and what we do is predicated on a foundation. So you got to go through all of those same steps to get to this week right here. So it wasn't a lot of changes. There wasn't a lot of different things that went on. I mean, if someone's telling me they're more intense this camp than they've ever been before, I'm probably looking at them saying, why? You're a professional. You've been doing this for a long time. You should always be serious about what you do, and there should never be any letdown. So, you know, what was it before? Was it a letdown before, and now you have to bring it up to another level? But for us, it's pretty much been the same. We worked, and we peak up to this week, and then here we are.
Champ, what's the answer to why? Why do you feel like you were more intense for this?
It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. If he got to push him from round 1 to round 12, it's going to be met like that. I promise you that. So if when I say we took it to the next level, and then I actually take it to the next level in the fight, we ain't going to have no problem about doing it. It's real simple.
Terence?
I'm ready for Saturday.
Shawn, in some of the all-access footage we saw, your father was really hammering home the need to concentrate on the back-to-basic fundamentals of snapping out the jab, keeping your hands up, of getting back defensively. For both of you, why that emphasis for this fighter here at this stage of his career?
He's a great fighter, and I watch my fighter more than I watch any other, so I haven't studied Terence. I know he's a great fighter because I've known him for years, but I haven't studied. I don't sit there and just watch tape of Terence from round 1 to the knockout or whatever, whoever he's fighting. I don't do that. That's not my way. My thing is to study him and to make sure that he's doing the things that he's supposed to do. So when I don't see those things, I have to try to implement that in to sharpen that up. And that's what you do in a camp. You try to get sharp.
Shawn came out publicly a few times in some of the interviews and said that Terence hasn't been in the ring with anybody who has pushed him past the limits, and he intends to be the guy that does that. Obviously, we all know Shawn's style. We know rugged, aggressive, yet skilled, and how he goes about business. Bud's the kind of guy that always dictates terms, that always has the fight on his terms. Is this one of those classic something's got to give fights? How do you see things playing out here?
Well, we know Shawn gonna come, and we know he's gonna be rugged and try to punch you in your mouth, try to punch you back, and we know that. That's how he's been ever since I've been knowing him, and his dad and team has done a great job with that. But one thing they've never done is face a fighter like Terence Crawford. You know, he's different, and we all know that. The whole world knows Terence Crawford is different. That's why he's on the pound-for-pound list for the last 5 years. He could do you this way, he could do you that way, he could hit you in your mouth this way, he could slide on you that way. That's the difference between Terence and Shawn.
Kenny, how do you view Terence? If you were to give the man on the street a scouting report on Terence Crawford, what would be your answer?
Just as I said, he's a great fighter. But, you know, as his coach said, he's different. Everyone in here has a different opinion. Somebody likes my suit, somebody doesn't. Somebody likes Terence clothes, somebody doesn't. Somebody thinks this guy won that round, somebody thought that guy won that round. The fight on Saturday night is determined
by everyone's opinion. It's not like basketball. We don't get to shoot the three-pointer. It goes up. We see the score. It's not like football. We don't get to kick the field goal. We see the score. After every round, it's someone's opinion around that ring. Then there's the ringside people. They give their opinion. Then there's the nosebleed seats. They give their opinion. There's the people back home watching pay-per-view, but at the same time on Instagram trying to give their opinion. Boxing is not a science. It's an opinion. It's our job on Saturday night to make sure that the opinion swings our way.
Both guys 34 years old, both guys over a year-plus layoff. How did you approach things with the layoff?
Well, we stay in the gym. He's always active, not just only with boxing and basketball, wrestling, fishing, playing around with Wayne, just being around the gym, helping the kids, on the wrestling side, the boxing side. So he stay active all the time, constantly running, his bottle is at least 3 to 4 times a week in the gym if he ain't got nothing coming up.
Bo, Matt, Kenny, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more from here in Vegas. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It comes your way Saturday night, Crawford versus Porter, ESPN Plus pay-per-view exclusively on ESPN Plus. at 9 p.m. for Crawford's WBO Welterweight Championship of the World, the 3-division champ against the 2-time welterweight world champion. We'll have coverage all week long. The undercard gets started at 6 p.m. on the app, and then 7 o'clock on ESPN2 before the exclusive ESPN Plus pay-per-view Saturday night. Terence Bud Crawford, Showtime, Shawn Porter. Here's Mark Kriegel.
In the less than 2 years during a pandemic, we've seen 2 Fury Wilder fights, and now this. I thought it was impossible to cross promotional lines. What has to be done to make this the rule and not the exception?
I think it'll be the rule. I mean, I really have to commend Al Heyman for working together with us to make this fight happen. Crawford and Porter is the best that boxing has to offer.
I'm all for kumbaya. I understand that you have some news to break for us today.
Yeah, really sensational news. Top Rank every 4 years goes out and gets the best fighters available. We have signed silver medalist Rich Torres, the super heavyweight in the Olympics, and also silver medalist Keyshawn Davis and his brother Kelvin Davis. These are future champions. They join Tiger Johnson, the Olympian, Duke Reagan, the silver medalist, and Troy Isley. So we're ready. We're ready. We're loaded for the years ahead.
Come on, Silverman. Come on up. Keyshawn, great amateur career. Now you're going with Terence Crawford's crew, Bomac. What was behind that decision?
A lot of thought, a lot of months of just, getting back with my brothers, my DB3 brothers, Keon and Kelvin Davis, just trying to figure out a great solution for all 3 of us. And I feel like this system that we're in now is no doubt that we will become world champions in a matter of time.
There you go. Richard, come here. You ain't that short. Listen, the first super heavyweight American silver medalist since Riddick Bowe. What did the Olympics teach you that you're going to put to practice?
I mean, not only structure and actual boxing skill, it's also taught me the mindset. The mindset of a champion, the mindset of someone on that size of the stage, and being around people like Keyshawn and all the other Olympians, it's taught me how to work with the team, and it's something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Good luck to you all. Thanks, fellas. Joe?
Thank you, Mark. Next generation riding the wave here in the wake of these 2 greats of this generation as our final moments with the champ, Terence Crawford, and Showtime, Shawn Porter, the 2-time welterweight world champion. What's the approach to the next 72 hours, Shawn? Come in for a nice landing here. Give us a sense of where you're at.
I'm relaxing. I'm drinking water and just buying my time, man. I am a Showtime fighter, and I cannot wait for Showtime on ESPN Plus app. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Simple as that. I'm a really even kill kind of guy. I like things to be easy, and fight week is always easy for me.
Nothing's ever easy about being opposite this man, though. When those eyes change and he goes from Terence to Bud, and the danger warning is there. Have you thought about what this means, Terence? All of us have been with you throughout the whole ride of through these divisions, right through undisputed and pound for pound elite, and now the guy who you say this is the one that I want to put to end any talk about who's the best welterweight. You're reflecting a little bit on what this accomplishment could be on Saturday night?
Not yet. It ain't hit me yet. But it's gonna hit me the closer it get. Right now I'm just chilling. Playing Call of Duty in the room by myself all day till I shake out a little bit. But other than that, I've been in the room all day isolated.
Your Friday face-offs typically aren't chill. Your post-weigh-in face-offs aren't chill. Are we in store for one this week? Do you flip that switch?
It's already flipped.
It's already flipped.
Once we signed that contract, the switch turned on. So we up now and we here now, and I can't wait till Saturday. This is to go out there and have fun, display my talent, and look good doing it.
We all can't wait, and we're all The man. Look at this. We all can't wait, and we're very thankful for the two of you for making this fight and putting on this show. It comes to you Saturday night, ESPN plus pay-per-view, and right now is Max on Boxing. Max Kellerman, take it away.